Here's a halfway decent sequel to The Shining, Doctor Sleep. Yep, Stephen King made a sequel book to one of his more successful novels, and they finally made a movie of it. Basically called Doctor Sleep. And yes, they do have a reason for calling it that. Ewan McGregor plays an adult Danny Torrance who, unfortunately, succumbs to some of his dad's less savory habits, namely alcoholism. But ultimately, with help from AA and a partially psychic friend, played by the guy from Fear the Walking Dead, the dad character, he manages to pull himself back from the brink and uses his special abilities to help those who are passing away peacefully in hospice care. Unfortunately, his peace is shattered when a band of, I kid you not, psychic vampires led by Rebecca Ferguson's bohemian hippie chick with a top hat. Just go with it. These vampires go after children because apparently The Shining itself is more powerful when you're a kid. And they found the mother lode in the form of Kylie Curran, a young African American woman, a young African American teenager, who not only can read minds, but can actually move things with her mind. So she's more akin to Carrie, possibly even more powerful than Carrie. And they want to basically torture her to get at her psychic abilities, which take the form of steam. And they feed off this steam. It's actually very brutal in places. Anywho, the kid contacts Danny, and together they hopefully will stop these vampires from killing more children. I don't want to go into too much detail, but overall, I have to say this was a slow burn. Although the cast more than makes up for it in McGregor, Ferguson, Curran, the guy from Walking Dead, and even the guy who played Lurch in the Addams Family. Yeah, he's still kicking. He's old, but he's still kicking. There was a scene where he used a cane, and I could have sworn it was going to be revealed as a sword cane, but that never occurred. Anywho, besides the main cast, we get the entire cast of the original Shining, this time played by new actors, who take over for Duvall, Nicholson, the black dude, Little Danny, and all the various ghosts from the hotel. And overall, I think everyone did a really good job. The main cast, the new Shining characters, everyone acted the heck out of their roles. Danny and Ferguson were painfully human, both embodying different forms of addiction and what that road could take if it forked in two different directions. Because the Psy vampires were really, really animalistic at times. But most of the time they were like a band of criminals. And they were very cold and calculating in their maneuvers. As for Danny, he really felt like someone who suffered PTSD at a young age and was basically trapped in their own skin. The side characters, one of whom was the dad from Fear the Walking Dead. He was very saint-like, but not obnoxious. You know? But enough of that. Let's get to the story. Like I said, it was a slow burn. Stick with it, as it has its moments and the payoff is fairly worth it. Overall, I'd call Dr. Sleep, the alias for Danny's character, by the way, a solid sequel to The Shining. It even looked like it was directly connected to the original movie. They must have used the original cameras or something, because visually, yeah, it looked like a direct sequel. Will it please fans? I can't tell you that. But as someone who's seen The Shining, I think it will. At least most fans. And if it doesn't, they're probably just nitpicking. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, if you're going to take care of a hotel, make sure it's in a very populated area. And do not keep fire axes on every floor.